Welcome, traveler! Today we'll be toasting alongside the Knights of Catarina, Siegmeier and Sieglinde. This is it. If you're interested, come take a peek into the cauldron. We first find this odd-looking knight sitting near the huge gate of Sen's fortress. We call to him, only to find out he's asleep. We later learn that his name is Siegmeier, a knight from Catarina, yearning for adventure, but seems to be stopped at every inconvenience he finds along the way. But every time we help him, we find out that despite his personality, he's very resilient and hard-hitting. His daughter is found trapped inside a golden golem. She reveals to us that she's searching for her father, in order to deliver to him his wife's last words. If we decide to help Sieglinde out, she will succeed, causing Siegmeier to go into his last adventure and become hollow, forcing Sieglinde herself to strike him down. Was it us, adding his daughter, that caused Siegmeier's demise in the end? Siegmeier embarks on adventures just for the fun of it, to feel the thrill of battle and showering glory. He follows no noble purpose, and despite being mighty, one would not be wrong at defining him lazy or maybe even a coward, refusing to take on the hardest challenges, waiting for someone else to join in. All things considered, though, he may just lack self-confidence. That's exactly how a red creature would act. Sieglinde, on the other hand, took upon herself the oath of her dying mother and ventured in the most dangerous parts of the world to honor her last wish. Similar to her father, she is a spectacular fighter, but seems unable to get things done by herself. Though instead of being due to the lack of motivation, we can say she's lacking capabilities. An oath-bound powerful knight, which has great motivation but few tools, is definitely a white character. For 2 and double red, Siegmeier of Catarina is a 5/6 legendary creature human knight. He can't attack or block alone. His ice type line for the cost represents his combat capabilities. The drawback, the need for our aid to go past every single step of his quest. He also has Renown too. For those who don't know, it's an old mechanic from Magic Origins. It says the first time the creature with Renown X deals combat damage to an opponent, put X+1/+1 counters on it and it's considered renowned. And as long as Siegmeier is renowned, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and have haste. When Siegmeier succeeds in his quest, he gathers strength and confidence and spreads it across the whole board, like a well-made toast. He also partners with Sieglinde. For 3 and double white, Sieglinde of Catarina is an 8/8 legendary human knight with vigilance. Once again, she's really powerful for the cost. It's an 8/8 to wink at the lore, since she would virtually be able to take down her renowned father. But like him, she has a drawback. When she enters the battlefield, target opponent creates a 4/4 golem that prevents her from attacking or blocking. Like in the game, you have to free her from his prison in order to gain access to her powerful last ability. Whenever she attacks or blocks, put a shield counter on up to 2 target creatures. For those who don't know, shield counters are removed to prevent destruction or damage dealt to a permanent that has it. Enabling both Catarina knights requires a lot of work, but once you manage, you'll have a resilient and strong board ready to take down your opponent's life totals down to 0. And now, let's go over some of the most interesting cards to run in your Catarina themed decks. The first glaring weakness about our knights is the lack of trample. Archetype of aggression and Legion loyalists are key pieces for any Sieg deck, giving us both a creature to aggro our opponents and a trample enabler. Since enabling our commander is a pain, we don't want them removed, not only because Commander Tax is bothering, but also to avoid having to go through the process of re-enabling them again. The Rune Ladies work as bodies that can take advantage of our commander's abilities and are cheap and effective ways to protect him. While just running creatures to attack with is enough to enable Siegmeier, Sieglinde requires to take down her Golem Prison. Loran of the Third Path and Viashino Heretic work as effective ways of being creatures and blowing up golden golems with upsides. In Boros Colors, there are very few strong options for ramp and card draw, the central parts of any factional commander deck. There are some though that rewards us for beating down our opponents, our favorite thing. Factional Facebreaker and Pain Distributor are great for ramp. Pain Distributor is especially interesting because we'll probably run more artifact removal than average to get rid of the Golden Golem, and in a commander game, his damage boost will scale up nicely. For card draw, we have Grenzo, Havoc Riser, and Firemain Commando, both decent options and solid bodies, which is exactly what the Doctor ordered. To close out the game, we can use the gigantic array available to both white and red go white strategies to win. A couple of my personal favorites are Chroma's Will and her Memorial, both providing protection and powerful keywords for a already large and shielded board. With the Titanite slab obtained, the Catarina story comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video and wanna see more, please consider liking and subscribing. Leave a comment to let me know which character would you wanna see next. This was Eve, thanks for watching.